Imagine waking up tomorrow, and the moon is gone. No warning, no trace. Just an empty sky where that familiar glowing guardian once watched over us. The night feels darker, the air feels heavier, and within hours, Earth itself begins to unravel. What if the moon disappeared overnight? At first glance, the moon seems harmless. A pale rock circling above, something we admire during late-night walks or write about in poetry. Yet beneath its beauty lies immense influence. The moon controls our tides, balances Earth's tilt, shapes ecosystems, and even guided human culture for thousands of years. But what if that silent companion suddenly vanished? What chain reaction would it unleash on Earth, on life, and on us? The first thing we notice is the darkness. Without the moon reflecting sunlight, nights become 10 times darker. For city dwellers, artificial lights fill the gap. But in rural areas, the change is terrifying. Travelers, farmers, and ancient cultures that once depended on moonlight would face pitch-black skies. Then, the oceans begin to change. The moon's gravity pulls at Earth's water, creating tides. Without it, tides shrink to almost nothing. Sea creatures like crabs, sea turtles, and fish that rely on tidal cycles for breeding or feeding suddenly lose their rhythm. Within weeks, coastlines fall silent as ecosystems collapse. Even animals on land would be thrown off balance. Birds migrate by moonlight. Wolves and lions time their hunts with it. The disappearance of the moon would confuse species worldwide. But this is only the beginning. The moon does more than control tides. It also stabilizes Earth's tilt. Our planet is tilted at about 23.5 degrees, and the moon acts like a counterweight, keeping it steady. Without the moon, Earth would wobble chaotically over time. This wobbling means our seasons would become unpredictable. One year, summers could be scorching, the next brutally cold. Crops would fail, storms would intensify. Some regions might turn into deserts, while others freeze over. Imagine farmers unable to predict planting seasons. Imagine entire regions experiencing drought for decades, while others drown in endless floods. Humanity depends on climate stability, and without the moon, that stability vanishes. The collapse of tides does more damage than we think. Tides circulate nutrients in the ocean, keeping marine ecosystems alive. Without them, oceans would stagnate. Coral reefs already endangered would collapse faster. Fish populations would shrink. Coastal communities that rely on fishing would starve. But the problem grows bigger. If the moon disappears, Earth's rotation gradually changes. The day lengthens over time. Instead of 24 hours, a day could stretch to 30, even 40 hours. Humans, animals, and plants, all tuned to a 24-hour cycle, would face chaos. Sleep patterns break. Biological clocks malfunction. Mental health declines. And with longer days comes longer nights. Imagine nights lasting 20 hours, shrouding half the planet in endless cold and darkness. The moon is more than a stabilizer. It is also a shield. Its gravitational influence acts like a cosmic barrier, redirecting asteroids and space debris away from Earth. Without it, Earth becomes far more vulnerable. Asteroid impacts that were once rare could become frighteningly common. Some might be small, burning up in the atmosphere, but others could be catastrophic. Humanity would find itself looking nervously at the sky every day, knowing that without the moon, Earth is exposed. Even earthquakes and volcanic activity could increase. The moon's pull influences Earth's crust ever so slightly. Without it, internal stresses might build up differently, triggering seismic chaos in unexpected places. For humans, the loss of the moon is more than science. It is survival. Coastal cities collapse as fishing industries vanish. Agriculture struggles under chaotic seasons. Natural disasters rise. The food chain weakens. But there is also the psychological impact. Humanity has always looked up at the moon. It guided sailors, inspired religions, and fueled love stories. Imagine generations growing up without ever seeing it. The night sky would feel emptier, lonelier. Would we try to replace it? Scientists might launch giant artificial satellites to mimic its light or even control artificial tides. But no machine could truly replace the stabilizing force of a natural satellite. Without the moon, humanity might survive for a while. But over centuries, the chaos it leaves behind could end civilization as we know it. The moon is more than a glowing rock. It is Earth's anchor, shield, and silent partner. Remove it, and everything we know begins to unravel. So, what if the moon disappeared overnight? Life would not end instantly, but the Earth we know, the rhythms, the balance, the beauty, would slowly dissolve into chaos. And here is the twist. While losing the moon would be devastating, what if Earth gained not zero, but two moons? What wonders or horrors would that world bring? That is a story for another time. If you enjoy exploring impossible questions with real science, subscribe to What If Universe and join us as we uncover the mysteries of our world and beyond.